I have a little twist from the recipe that it's the biggest video on my channel. I have a little bit of a twist and a change from what I did a year ago. Not too much different, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you that twist as well. So go ahead and collect your ingredients if you so choose, and let's get to laundry soap making. Here are some ingredients that I use in my laundry routine. Dryer balls, not going into our mason jars, of course, but I have a whole bunch of these. They last for forever. They get a little scuzzy, put them in a sock, go ahead and wash them in the laundry, and they're totally fine. Or if they accidentally make it in there. And all of that. We have distilled water. I just like using it just in case there's anything yucky in the water from town. You don't have to worry about that getting into your laundry soap jars. I have 3 of the quart. I usually like to have wide mouth jars, but these are the narrow, and that will be just fine as well.
Make sure the blender fits. I did indeed need wide mouth jars.
I use my blender that's supposed to have 2 ports, and I use 1 port. I know that's silly, but this is what I have, so I'm just making it work. Well, we're gonna have our borax. If you want to substitute not using borax, you can use a little bit of your laundry booster. I wouldn't add any type of regular baking soda or OxyClean because your jar might have an issue. We don't want any exploding jars. It can happen. Chemicals the way that they are. But I do use borax. We don't have any sensitivities towards it. Some people put table salt instead. That's fine as well, but we just stick with this. It's totally fine for us. And then we have our laundry booster, washing soda. I also have some Castile soap here, and then a Zote bar. I'm going to half this soap bar to do 2 jars, and then I'm going to make 1 jar with the Castile soap. So we're going to get cutting, and I have 4 cups of water boiling, and I'm going to do a little bit more hot water for the other jar, but it does not need as much. Now this is the concentrate that we're going to be working on. So let's get our things together, start boiling your water, and let's get to cutting. Took a while. That was about 2 minutes of getting that done, but we've got our Nesfalthia or our Zote soap, either one you choose. It's about 14, so I did like about half, so I'm thinking about 9 ounces of solid soap. And then I've got the liquid Castile, which we know is more powerful, but I figured I was going to use that for really dirty stuff. And the markings on the jar, we've got our 4 and 8 ounce. 1 cup of the Castile soap in a little citrus scent, just because I enjoy that, but you can do scent-free and fragrance-free if you wish. This is not fragrance-free, however. It doesn't seem to bother us, and it's a better alternative. I know that there are better choices, but this is the soap bar that I purchased, and I decided to use it. So we've got our soap cooking in a way with the hot water. I'm going to give them a little bit of a top, and cooking 2 more or boiling 2 more cups of water for the Castile option. And then we're going to add all of our boosters and all that next. Because I like using mason jars, I have this mason jar here, and I'm going to look at the markings for the 1 cup, and it's usually marked here. I'm going to make sure I have 1 cup of borax and 1 cup of washing soda, and that's just split up between these first 2 jars. So now that I have to do my Castile one, I have another mason jar. It was just clean sitting around. I've got 1 cup, so I'm going to do a half and half because we want to have half the amount. So I just eyeball it for the most part. Two cups of water, kind of eyeballed enough to get it to the neck. Close it off just for a moment, and then we're going to go back over to these. Next, I'm gonna get my immersion blender. This is a KitchenAid one. I got it from the thrift store for $20 in a big giant case. So I really don't know or wanna know how expensive it is brand new actually. Get one of your jars open, and while it's still warm, here I use my blender that's supposed to have 2 ports, and I use 1 port. I know that's silly, but all right, change of plans. Do need the wide mouth jar for this particular blender so that it can fit inside. I usually use a hand blender. However, I am not able to get that right now, so we're just gonna make do by getting the soap out of the jar, and as you can see, not a big deal. And these jars can go and get washed anywho. So if you have a blender that's skinnier, a lot of them are, check that first. This is liquid anyway, so we're just gonna pour this into an old milk jug. That would work just fine. A tip when you're cleaning up your mess, wipe down the counter with some cloths and just throw them in the laundry, and you already have your laundry soap in your wash, so you're not really wasting a whole lot. This one didn't get mixed the way I like. I'm gonna have to shake it probably every time, and that's okay because I didn't get the australizer to work in there. I just stopped the timer because it didn't seem to work for time, but this was a good consistency when I was done. I'm still gonna let it sit and stir it up when I use it, but I got 2 containers, 2 quarts here of super sauce, laundry concentrate, and then this one as well, which I'll probably have to take out and whip up, but it will work just fine. These jars work great when you have a hand mixer with 1 whisk on, which is the way I used to do it.
You work around some places you can grab a cloth. You can just take that cloth, we'll wipe all this up and throw it in the laundry because it has laundry soap on it. So very mess free. It's in the jar, and if it comes out a little bit, you can just go wash your laundry.
I got all excited because I got my immersion blender, and it's too chunky to put in there. So, oh well, wide mouth jars all the way. Usually what I use anywho. So there we have it. Quick and easy for the most part, and I don't have to do it too often. I only have to do it a few times a year, and I do a lot of laundry. Sometimes things don't go to plan, but when you get different equipment, probably something I should have checked how wide it was, but we're all good. I like using the hand mixer anyway. It's a little bit faster and less messy. Have you tried making your own laundry concentrate? I usually use this for the kids stuff. I have my own that I like to use that's more delicate for our clothes and so on. This is delicate too, but there's a whole bunch of different recipes out there. Have you tried any? Is there a recipe you like? Do you do non-borax? Is there something that you can share with us in the comments below? Thank you so much for all the love and care here on this channel, and for all that have come over because of the laundry concentrate video. Thanks for being here, and I hope that you have a lovely day wherever you are. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.